This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Showing support for the Jewish community in Hazleton and remembering those lost in an act of violence in Pittsburgh. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News. I'm Ken Kara. Here's the top stories for this Friday from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The Jewish community of the Hazleton area will host the ceremony on Sunday to honor the victims of a mass shooting last weekend at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. Dr. Carl Frankel tells us that people of all faiths and no faiths, all who are horrified by the senseless act of violence, are invited to Beth Israel Temple this Sunday to express their solidarity and support. He says, unfortunately, it is times of tragedy that bring us together.
I don't want people to just say, oh, I will express my solidarity and then go home to continue with life as usual. I think an important part of what happens after horrible events like this is for people to think and to talk with their families and their friends about what can I really do? How can I make things better in the world instead of just going back to life as usual? How can I maybe change the way I behave? How can I empower people who can make things better? How can I disempower people who are making things worse or encourage things like this? And I don't want to sound political either because, you know, whether you're Republican or Democrat or Green or Libertarian or anything else, the vast majority of people hate violence and would never condone anything like that. And I think as the vast majority of people, we all sort of have to stand up together and say, you know, this can't be.
The entire community is invited to the ceremony this Sunday at 6 p.m. at Beth Israel Temple at the corner of North Church and Hemlock Streets in Hazleton. Use the Hemlock Street entrance. Fire struck a popular Hazleton restaurant. It happened last night around 10:20 p.m. at the Beltway Diner on South Church Street. The diner was not open at the time. These are photos from the Hazleton Fire Department's Facebook page. Hazleton Fire Chief Donald Leschko says a state police fire marshal was on scene today looking for the cause. With the election just 4 days away, 9th Congressional District candidate Dan Muser is a Republican, and he's speaking out against ads and remarks from his opponent, Democrat Denny Wolf.
My opponent began getting very negative and, in fact, getting to the point of lying about me. And since that point, my campaign, in part of it anyway, went negative, but it was factual. Everything that we stated about my opponent's record, I provided documentation and background on to show that it was in fact true. My opponent has made many statements that are 100% false and, of course, provided no documentation to substantiate the claims. In a recent debate, he slandered me to no end and completely made up falsehoods against Pride Mobility products, which are so defamatory and are such lies, they will likely result in legal action for being so defamatory. And this wasn't just in a few instances. Very close to every word he stated in a recent debate and in his ads is inaccurate and libelous. I would just say that, you know, heaven forbid, if someone like Denny Wolf were to be elected, we would have a very liberal member of Congress representing our area whose moral compass tells him to, when the going gets tough, to say anything to save himself. I certainly don't think that is the type of member of Congress the people of the 9th District want. We certainly don't want a liberal, but worse yet, a liberal willing to save anything or say anything to make himself look something other than he is.
The race will be decided when voters head to the polls on Tuesday, and watch your vote count after the polls close Tuesday during our live SSPTV News Election Night coverage. Join us live on Channel 13 HD, Channel 513 in the Hazleton area, and live on Facebook as well. Our political team of Sam Lassant, Mike DeCosmo, Rick Morelli, Charles McElwee, Vince Benedetto, and State Representative Tara Toohill will provide in-depth analysis. Our coverage begins Tuesday night at 8 p.m. The Hazleton YWCA is launching a special membership drive. Joanne Gabriel is the YWCA's Membership and School Age Director.
So from now until the end of the year, anybody can join for 2 months. and have a membership for 3 months. So the third month is free. So it's a great way to get them in the door, let them have the opportunity to use the programs, use our facility for 2 months and get a third month free.
For more information, call the YWCA at 570-455-2046 or stop in at 75 South Church Street in Hazleton. Just a reminder that the HazelCon Walk of the Undead, scheduled for tomorrow, November 3rd at the Laurel Mall, has been canceled.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Remember to fall back this weekend as we get an extra hour of sleep, and just change your batteries in your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Here's a look at our forecast from the National Weather Service tonight. Rain and thunderstorms, 90% chance of precipitation, a low of 44 degrees. And we could see some heavy rain this evening. 60% chance of rain likely before 8 a.m. We'll have a high of 47 degrees. It will become mostly sunny. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 31 degrees. And then on Sunday, we will get up to a high of 51, low of 38 at night. Monday, showers likely, 60% chance, high of 53. Monday night, 60% chance of showers, low of 47. For Tuesday, 60% chance of showers with a high of 58, 70% chance of rain at night with a low of 51 degrees. The MMI girls volleyball team lost to Blue Ridge in the District 2 Single A title game. It was the 5th straight title for Blue Ridge, and MMI did push them to 4 games. Here's your playoff forecast for football tonight. Hazleton area and Williamsport, they have played some great games recently. Last year, the Big HA beat the Millionaires to advance to the District's 2-4-6A final. Tonight, they meet in the semifinals at Harmon Geist Memorial Field. Tamaqua and North Schuylkill both open play in the District 11 AAA playoffs tonight. Dave Seaman talked about Tamaqua's opponent, Notre Dame Green Pond, on Community NEPA News. Check out that segment on our app. That was this week. Marion visits Williams Valley in the District 11 Single A playoffs, and tomorrow, Monterey area is taking on West Catholic in the District 11 AA semifinals. Stick around to enjoy our in-depth weekly feature stories, including a story on the Hazleton Area High School water polo programs, and Lisa Sugar takes a tour of the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. Watch SSPTV on Service Electric Cable Communications Channel 92 in Wilkes-Barre from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. Today is the last day for any veteran to register for the Veterans Day ceremony at the Hazleton Area High School on Friday, November 9th. To RSVP, you can call the number on your screen. This Sunday, there will be a pet CPR and first aid class at Country Heart Farms in Hazel Township. It'll be $65 per person. Contact information is on your screen. And the second annual Hazleton FOP Freakishly Fun Kids Halloween Carnival will be held this Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Giant Food Store in Hazleton. There will be trunk or treating, costume contest, games, crafts, and so much more. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Raymond J. Masteller of Vladimir. Mass will be Monday at 10 a.m. at St. John Polish National Church. Friends may call Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Dennis R. Moore Sr. of Hazleton. Mass will be Monday at 9:30 a.m. at Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Agnes O'Donnell of Freeland. The McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. And George S. Thorne of Blakesley, the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home will announce the arrangements.